And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the second series of the broadcast. Welcome back to the quarterfinals here of the KSL, the Korean StarCraft League, week number 81. We have a banger of a matchup ready for us. Let's go. Let's jump into our first game of the series. And spawning at the top side of Last Fantasy, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss. It is a creator. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran, the blue Terran for Team Falcons. It is Bunny. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our TvP. And honestly, this is going to be a tough one here. In my mind, this is going to be the most competitive round 2 match, quarterfinals match in the tournament. Creator and Bunny, they're very close in skill, and this can go either way, especially as we load into Last Fantasy of all maps. I'm a little bit shocked here by the veto process, not going to lie. So yeah, loading into Last Fantasy, we'll see how our players will approach this. First things first, this is a 3-player spawn map, so finding our opponent is going to be the first big step. Creator, he will scout right side and he'll find that Bunny is nowhere to be found. We'll eventually come across the Bunny. Eventually. With the later probe scout, this also means that Creator is going to be more in the dark as to what's going on. He's going to be more in the dark as to whether or not this is a double gas opener or not. As Bunny's going for an economic start, ranks expand. So, economic opener. Let's go. Spooky, hello, happy hello. Estepion. Spooky. And the brutal OST, it goes in some interesting directions. For sure. Can go in some interesting directions. But now though. The nostalgia, Pappy, the nostalgia. As we have our Reaper scout across the map. Creator, he does scout the timing of the CC, so he knows. He knows it's more economic. He's aware of that at least. Reaper does poke in, and the Creator, he is keeping up. Adept is in position. The Adept does zone away. Here he does get himself behind the mineral line. We'll disrupt some of the mining here. We'll delay some of the economy of Bunny. Nothing major, but is going to be delayed. Behind this, we do have our Twilight Council opener into Blink, a safety robo as well at a Creator. We'll see if he goes for extra gateways and if he takes extra gases, or if he does take a faster third. In the latest patch, we have seen players be a little bit more cavalier, and we have seen Protoss players go for faster expansions that we saw previously. We'll see if that trend continues. As Odin gets 1 probe, but he will lose the Reaper. 1-to-1 trade, not ideal for Bunny. And looks like Creator's playing safe. Okay, he's playing safe. He's going up to 3 gates. Sorry, my apologies. He's going up to 4. Oh my, okay. So turning what looked to be initially a more defensive opener into something more aggressive. Far more aggressive. 4-gate Blink at a Creator. He's going to double down. The goal here is to get across the map, to bust into the main, and to wreak havoc. And I don't see any tank production yet. Tech Lab is on the way. We are starting up with the initial Widowmine drop. And we'll see if Bunny can scout and count those gateways. Ooh, Medevac gets spotted. Medevac gets spotted. Stalkers, they will come in to attempt to intercept. See Bunny rerouting. And Creator, he will spot the rotation. He sees it. Does spot the Medevac. Blink is almost done. Bunny, where are we headed? He's looking for a way in. Does spot with the War Prism. He is aware. Back in, we have 1 bunker. We have a 2nd bunker. Good read. Yeah, solid read here by Bunny. Throwing down additional bunkers, getting ready his tanks. His main base is still exposed, but he will have a tank to help cover. And here comes a push. Here comes the 4-gate Blink. We got one tank in the main. We got Widowmines to punish a blink as well. And the creator, does he go for the main base? Does he go for the natural? Where are we headed? What's the plan? He's going for the main. Show some mine shot. Oh! Ooh, mine shot goes off. Prism is very low. Yeah, Prism is low, and so far Bunny is shutting this down. Creator, he gets 0 damage in the main. I mean, it kills an add-on. Gets a Widowmine. But this needs more damage. Remember, Creator, his third base is heavily delayed in favor of this aggression. No tank of the natural. Uh-oh. Yeah, no tank. Gets one bunker. Gets behind the gases. Picking up a couple of SCVs. Couple of SCV kills. Once again, though, nothing major. Bunny, he's holding. And Bunny is holding. Now we see Creator expanding, but again, it's a very late third. Bunny's ahead economically. As Creator, he rotates into the main. What am I showing? Oh, the pistol again! Oh my god. Calm down, Creator, calm down. Not again, papi. Preserve that warp prism. Nope, links in. Links in. He will beat out a lot of stalkers. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, almost 4 stalkers going down. Drop into the natural. And Creator's in a rough position. He's in a very rough position here. Can't afford to lose these workers. Losing 4 more probes. And going for the sentry. Very nice. Sentry goes down, does force the recall. And Creator, he's trying to keep up. Gets a medevac. Brings down the medevac. Back at home, third TC is almost done. Bunny's been building up his army. And we're finishing up the upgrades. Soon he can push. Soon Bunny Cannon will move out. He does try to commit in. Prism goes down. Nice knife. Science War. Prism's also getting on top of the tanks. One tank goes down. He's going to get a second tank, but he takes out the Immortals, and GG gets called. Creator's army crumbles, and Bunny takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. A very strong start here for Bunny. Winding it back, we were emphasizing just how far behind Creator was after the failed 4-gate blink. Again, when you're playing 4-gate blink Stalker, there's so much pressure on you. I wouldn't say it's an all-in, but it's very committed. It's very committed, and you have to get damage done. And if you remember, what did Creator do? He got like 5 SCVs, he got the tech lab, he delayed, I think he killed a gas geyser, or he delayed a gas geyser, he delayed some add-ons, he delayed some depots as well. Like, it just was not enough damage, especially because he lost a lot of the stalkers in the process. He bled out a lot of stalkers where he wasn't really able to achieve too much. Oh. And with that, he fell behind. He fell behind late third expansion. And not just that, but Bunny had the wherewithal to send out a drop right afterwards, right? As soon as he defended, he sent out that drop, got 4 probes across the map, forced the recall, and Bunny just snowballed out of control. GG. GG, well played. With that, Bunny takes a lead, and now we're getting to game number 2, and we'll see how our players will adjust loading into Persephone. I can't imagine that Creator's going to go for another 4-gate blink build. Can't imagine. So we should be seeing either some safer play or some more greedy play out of Creator. We'll see. We shall see. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss. Oh, down in the series, we'll see if we can bounce back. It is a Creator. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Falcons. It is leading the series 1-0. It is Bunny. Bunny. Here we go. So we are going to be settling in. And again, we'll see where Creator takes us. Bunny is switching it up, so this time going for a double gas opener, double gas, faster factory, and going for a more tech-heavy start this time. This can lead into Cloak Banshee, can lead to Cyclone drops, early tank push. We'll see what he does with his production buildings. Technically, this can turn into a one-base all-in, but I don't think Bunnies really want to embrace that too much. It says the factory on the way. Creator, he didn't go far enough to see the add-ons, but he does check the low ground, checks for no expansion. So he's somewhat aware. I say somewhat just because technically Bunny could be getting a CC on the high ground instead. Could be further back. But Creator, he gets out. Does pull out. What's interesting to me is he doesn't hide his probe. He doesn't hide it off to the side to go in for another follow-up scout. He just races back home. And Bunny does invest into another Reaper. Second Reaper's on the way. There's a commencement on location. Creator is going to be reliant on that hallucination scout. And it is going to be a Twilight Council opener. Okay. So Twilight Council out of Creator. Heading into Blink. Bunny, he is scouting the right-hand side, ensuring there is no proxy Stargate, no proxy gateway. Like I hallucination also gets eyes on the timing of the starport. Gets eyes on the add-ons, more importantly. Sees the add-ons, confirms a Hellion production. Bunny is headed for the natural. And can he get into a mineral line? There are going to be some force fields. You could say poke up. Ooh, does fully wall. Not quite. Hellions do get in. And no force field. Yeah, no force field. Goes to the mineral line as well. Gets one, gets two. Nothing major yet. Only two probes. Yeah, only two workers here. Creator, he defends, he deflects back at home. And this was not fully worth of a Bunny. He does deny some mining time, but was hoping for a little bit more. Especially here with the Wood Mine drop. Ideally, you preserve that army, and then as you Wood Mine drop into one of the bases, you can then poke in at the natural and distract. Oof. But Bunny, he bleeds out far too much. Stalkers are out on the map. Drop is moving in. And Creator, he does react. Pulls away. Gets one. Gets two probes that will save one of the Widow Mines. Does pull back. And Bunny is not going for a Banshee play, going into Raven. So heading into Raven production. Extra tanks as well. Creator getting his own third. Building up into the mid game. We'll keep an eye on Bunny here to see if he throws down extra Raxes. If he throws down two more Raxes, that would be indicative of a 2-base all-in. And I wouldn't put it past Bunny to commit to an all-in. Stalkers to get 5 SCVs, not bad. 5 SCVs going down. Meanwhile, Hellion drop into the main. Widowmine into the natural. Creator who reacts. Oof. 4 probes. Not bad, actually. 4 probes go down. Oh, no. Oh, Medevac barely gets away. Boost the hell out of there. It does pull out. Bunny's working towards that sim timing. We got sim, combat shields, +1 all on the way. Meanwhile, Creator is going to charge. He's going to be delaying his splash damage. And the Widowmine drop got shut down. Yeah, it was found. Jesus, that's a lot of gateways. 5 more gates on the way. It's going to be 8. It's going to be an 8-gate setup here. Yeah, no gases. No gases here at the third base. Only 1 gas at the natural. Going in a mass charge lot. Creator is going to want Bunny to be active. And Bunny, he has yet to, he does see some gateways, but he's not fully aware. Oh. He reacts. Creator, he's aware. And Creator, he's aware of the drops. He's ready in the main. And he will deflect. Same time, War Prism into the main base as well. And Bunny's not ready. Yeah, Bunny's not ready. He's across the map. He's caught with his pants down. He has some reinforcements. Oof. And he commits. Yeah, it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing for Bunny. He commits across the map. Zealots are warping in. Came with the production. There's too much at home. Yeah, there's too much back at home. Creator, he defends. He defends. He cripples Bunny. That's 4 kills from Creator. Gets 18 SCVs across the map. And Bunny just doesn't have enough. Oh my god. The matches are crazy with GG. GG gets called, and Creator, he ties up the series 1-1. We're going to the ace match. GG. Unfortunately, Bunny, he didn't notice the War Prism. When you saw the War Prism and the drop moving on the left-hand side, Creator noticed the drop. Bunny didn't notice the War Prism. Straight up, he just didn't notice. That's why there was nothing in the main base to stop the drop, and the drop forced you all in. Basically, the Zealot drop into the main base forced you all in at a Bunny, and Bunny just didn't have enough to all in across the map, and even in the main base, he was struggling to defend as well. So, Creator, with that swift win there, gets into the main. GG, well played, and now we're getting into game number 3, into that ace match. Let's go. Getting to the ace match, and game 3 is going to be on Tokamak. Oh, meanwhile, looks like we have some other updates in the brackets. We'll catch up. We'll catch up with the bracket after this. But we already have a player waiting for us in the next round in those semis. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss tying up the series 1-1. It is a Creator. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Terran player, the South Korean Terran for Team Falcons. It is Bunny. We go. Players are setting up. And we should be seeing more economic openers from our 2 players as well. Welcome to Tokamak. Tokamak is the most defensive map of the map pool, known for longer and more macro games. It is harder to all in, it's harder to commit. Last game we saw that Bunny wasn't meant to be all in. Bunny did get a third. Bunny, he was getting a third CC, but he was forced into the all in because of his move out in conjunction with the Zealot Warp into the main, right? He was forced into the all in instead. But what that tells us is that Bunny is willing to get into the mid game, right? He's willing to slow things down, to get into a longer game, get up to 3, maybe even 4 bases. See if he takes us there. Speaking of economic openers, it is going to be a Rax expand, single gas. So economic opener out of Bunny. As we have this creator going for a Stargate opener. Bold move for the first time this series. First time this series going for the Stargate. But this does make more sense on a larger map. I mean, we started this game off talking about how, hey, Tokamak, you know, it's the most defensive map. It's known for longer, later games. So on a map like this where all-ins are disfavored, then this is where you can try to cut corners and open up Stargate. Stargate openers do leave you vulnerable early on to all-ins. But, oh my god, as we are opening up with an armory, okay. Sorry, I was a little bit caught off guard here. Bunny rushing into an armory. With this, we can rush into drilling claws, I suppose. Is that the plan? Okay, sure. So we can try to rush into drilling claws here, getting into a 1-1-1. The purpose of the Cyclone is to make sure that the armory does not get scouted. That's the plan. The plan is hide the armory and then pop off. But remember, there's no hallucination scouts because of the Phoenix. We're investing into Phoenixes, we're investing into Adepts. There is no hallucination. Yep, drilling claws on the way. Adept does not get up the ramp. Seeing the wall here, seeing the ramp would confirm the build. And creator, he sees. He sees the research, he knows. Again, like, there's only 2 options, right? It'd be either drilling claws or blue flame, and there's no show you're ever going blue flame in TvP. So he's aware. As a result, detection, right? Detection is required. He already has a Stargate, so an Oracle is going to be a must. To get the Oracle, to get the Revelations. Robe is already on the way. And here comes the drop. Looks like we're not going for the Oracle, going for the Observer. And this is a big committed play here from Bunny. So much invested into these Widow Mines. The armory, the drilling claws, the tech lab on the factory as well, true. Otherwise, there could have been a Raven, there could have been a Banshee follow-up, there could have been earlier stim, earlier tank production. Going for another drop. And the Phoenixes are ready. Yeah, Phoenixes, they lift up 1, 2, 3. They hard counter this. True, I didn't even bring that up, but Bunny didn't even know it was Stargate, right? He had no idea it was a Stargate opener until now, and oh, he gets a 0 damage done. You can see here he's setting up in his main, and Creator has a very comfortable lead. It's looking very comfortable. Oh boy. Oh, we'll lift both Widow Mines. And shuts them both down. Picking up a couple of SCVs. Going for the medevac. Likewise brings it down as well. Takes down the medevac, the SCVs. Behind this, Colossus production has begun, going for East Colossus. And Bunny does fall behind. Now from here, he throws down 2 more axes. This looks like the beginning of a 2-base all-in. Ah, God, as he bleeds out more Marauders. Ay, ay, ay. Now he starts at 3rd base. So 3rd TC is on the way. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, so from here, I mean, this is a committed drop. He's going to lose both medevacs. He cannot get out of here. He will lose everything. The Marauders, the Marines, the main army's pushing through the left-hand side, and you can see Creator, he is trying to react. He rallies over. Where are the Colossus? Both Colossus are defending the main base, so a little bit of a mistake here from Creator. Doesn't split his army well. As we had 2 Colossus defending against like 2 Marines. So not that we're splitting there out of Creator, but he's still ahead. He still has a massive advantage. Bunny's still stuck on 2 bases. Creator, he has gained map control. He can chase, and GG gets called. The writing was on the wall, and Creator, he will take a 2-0, or he will take the series to the 0, 2-1 even. Will advance on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Creator. Again, winding it back, it was a very committed build out of Bunny, rushing to Drilling Claws, and unfortunately he was hard countered by the Stargate opener. Of his opponents. Again, Bunny didn't know. He didn't know it was Stargate, didn't know what was going on. Stargate openers are rare, but they're more viable on maps like Tokamak, and with that, as soon as the Widowmine drop got 0 damage, I mean, he fell behind. Bunny fell behind, he stayed behind, he kept trying to go for drop play, he kept trying to be aggressive in some way because he had to, and he got shut down at every turn. It was just shut down. GG, well played. And with that, Creator, he does take the series, and now we're going to be following Creator into that next round. Let's go.